Hey guys, welcome back. For today's build, I'm going to be sculpting the Flood from the original Halo trilogy. The Flood have several different forms and stages in their life cycle, so for this build, I'm going to be making the Flood infection form. While there have been several games that feature the Flood, visually they're portrayed slightly differently in each one. For this build, I'll be going for a green and red color palette as seen in Halo 3. So with that in mind, let's get started. First off, I built up the armature using wire and aluminum foil. Once I have the basic shapes figured out, I covered the entire sculpture with polymer clay and got to work sculpting the details. After all that, I'm really happy with everything so far, so I turned on the oven and baked it for 45 minutes. For the infection feelers, I was worried that if I made them out of Sculpey, the clay itself might actually snap if it's too thin. Instead, I decided to use a thermo-plastic material. It's lightweight and much more flexible. I used my heat gun to warm it up enough to work with, and after I've sculpted it into the shape that I want, I just let it cool off on its own, letting it harden into place. Now that the sculpture is all done, it's time to move on to painting. I'll be using acrylic paint as well as some lighter washes. The best part about using white Sculpey is that it absorbs paint incredibly easily. That means you can apply a bunch of watered down layers on top of each other to make some really cool organic skin tones. Finally, now that the color is looking good, I needed to add some slime. I mixed in a couple drops of paint into some glue and applied it all over the surface. And there you have it, this flood infection form is complete. All that's left to do is sit back and enjoy the final result.